Practice English job interview conversations.
Dialogue 10. Experienced chef applying for a head chef position at a luxury hotel.
Good afternoon, I'm Jonathan, the food and beverage director at Grand Lux Hotel. Welcome to our establishment.
Good afternoon, Jonathan. I'm Isabella. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today.
It's our pleasure, Isabella. I hope you had a chance to look around our hotel facilities.
Yes, I did. The grand lobby and restaurants are truly impressive. The attention to detail is remarkable.
Glad you appreciate it. So, Isabella, you've been in the culinary world for quite some time. Could you walk me through your journey?
Certainly. I have a degree from Le Cordon Bleu and 15 years of experience, including 5 years as sous chef at a Michelin-starred restaurant.
That's an impressive background. What's your culinary philosophy?
I believe in showcasing local, seasonal ingredients with modern techniques, always respecting the essence of each component.
Interesting. Can you tell me about a signature dish you've created?
One of my favorites is a deconstructed bouillabaisse, reimagining the classic Provençal dish with local seafood and modern plating techniques.
Sounds intriguing. How do you approach menu planning for a luxury hotel setting?
I focus on creating a diverse menu that caters to various dietary needs and preferences, while maintaining a cohesive culinary identity for the hotel.
That's important for us. How do you handle the pressures of a busy kitchen?
I believe in strong organization, clear communication, and staying calm under pressure. I lead by example and foster a positive kitchen culture.
Good approach. Can you tell me about a challenging situation you've faced in your current role and how you resolved it?
We once had a last-minute VIP guest with severe allergies. I quickly created a special menu, ensuring all staff were briefed on the allergen protocols.
How do you stay updated with culinary trends and techniques?
I regularly attend food festivals, read culinary publications, and experiment with new techniques in my free time. I also network with other chefs to exchange ideas.
That's proactive. What experience do you have with cost control and inventory management?
In my current role, I've implemented a digital inventory system that reduced food waste by 20% and improved our cost of goods sold ratio.
That's impressive. How do you approach staff training and development?
I believe in ongoing training. I implement regular skills workshops, encourage staff to enter competitions, and mentor promising junior chefs.
That aligns with our philosophy. What do you know about Grand Lux Hotel and our culinary offerings?
I've researched your hotel, and I'm impressed by your commitment to luxury dining experiences, particularly your award-winning rooftop restaurant.
You've done your homework. What interests you most about joining our culinary team?
I'm excited about the opportunity to elevate the culinary offerings across multiple outlets and to work with a diverse, international clientele.
Those are key aspects of the role. Where do you see your culinary career heading in the next 5 years?
I aim to establish a reputation for culinary excellence for the hotel, possibly earning accolades and expanding our F&B offerings.
Ambitious goals. What would you say is your greatest strength as a chef?
I'd say my ability to innovate while maintaining consistency and quality across all dishes and outlets.
That's crucial. And what's an area where you feel you could improve?
I'm always working on enhancing my knowledge of global cuisines. I've recently been studying Southeast Asian flavors and techniques.
That could be valuable for our international guests. Now, let's talk about compensation. What are your salary expectations for this head chef role?
Based on my experience and the responsibilities of this position, I'm looking at a range of $90,000 to $110,000 annually.
That's within our range for this role. Do you have any questions about the position or our hotel?
Yes, I'm curious about the size of the culinary team and the different F&B outlets I would be overseeing.
You'd be leading a team of 30 chefs across our main restaurant, rooftop bar, banquet operations, and in-room dining.
That's a good-sized operation. Can you tell me more about the hotel's sourcing policies for ingredients?
We prioritize local and sustainable sourcing where possible, with some specialty items imported for our fine dining outlets.
That aligns with my philosophy. How much creative freedom would I have in menu development?
You'd have significant creative control, working within our brand guidelines and collaborating with the F&B team on overall concepts.
That's exciting. What's the next step in the hiring process?
We'll be conducting second interviews next week. If selected, you'll be asked to create a sample menu and prepare a signature dish for our executive team.
Thank you for explaining that. Is there anything else you'd like to know about my culinary experience or management style?
I think we've covered the main points. Do you have any final questions for me?
Yes, one last thing. How does the hotel support work-life balance for its culinary staff, given the demanding nature of the job?
We're committed to sustainable scheduling practices, ensuring adequate time off and promoting a healthy work environment. We also offer wellness programs for all staff.
That's great to hear. Thank you so much for your time and consideration, Jonathan.
Thank you, Isabella. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we'll be in touch soon about the next steps.
Dialogue 11, IT project manager applying for a senior PM role at a tech company.
Good morning, I'm Alex, the Director of Project Management at Technova. Welcome to our headquarters.
Good morning, Alex. I'm Rachel. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today.
It's our pleasure, Rachel. I hope you found our office okay. The tech corridor can be a maze sometimes.
I did. Thanks. Your building's quite distinctive with its modern architecture. It's impressive.
Glad you like it. So, Rachel, you've been in IT project management for a while now. Could you walk me through your career journey?
Certainly.
I have a degree in computer science and an MBA. I've been in IT for 12 years, with the last 7 focused on project management.
That's a solid background. What types of projects have you typically managed?
I've led a variety of projects, from large-scale cloud migrations to custom software development for enterprise clients.
Impressive range. Can you tell me about the most challenging project you've managed recently?
Sure. I recently led a multi-year digital transformation project for a financial services client, involving legacy system modernization and process automation.
That sounds complex. What was the biggest challenge in that project?
The biggest challenge was managing change resistance among the client staff while keeping the project on schedule and within budget.
How did you overcome that challenge?
I implemented a comprehensive change management strategy, including regular stakeholder communication, hands-on training sessions, and phased implementation to ease the transition.
Good approach. What project management methodologies are you most familiar with?
I'm well-versed in both Agile and Waterfall methodologies. I typically use a hybrid approach, tailoring the methodology to the specific needs of each project.
Flexibility is key. How do you handle resource allocation across multiple projects?
I use project management software to track resource utilization and capacity. I also hold regular meetings with team leads to prioritize tasks and address any resource conflicts.
That's thorough. Can you tell me about a time when you had to deal with a difficult stakeholder?
In my last project, we had a stakeholder who frequently requested scope changes late in the development cycle.
How did you manage that situation?
I scheduled a meeting to review the project charter and remind them of the agreed-upon change control process. We then worked together to prioritize their requests for future phases.
Good resolution. How do you ensure effective communication across diverse project teams?
I establish clear communication channels and regular check-ins. I also leverage collaboration tools and ensure that project documentation is always up to date and accessible.
That's crucial. What experience do you have with budgeting and financial management of projects?
In my current role, I manage project budgets ranging from $500,000 to $5 million. I've consistently delivered projects within 5% of budgeted costs.
That's impressive. What do you know about Technova and our products?
I've researched Technova, and I'm impressed by your innovative work in AI and machine learning, particularly your recent launch of an AI-powered analytics platform.
You've done your homework. What interests you most about joining our project management team?
I'm excited about the opportunity to work on cutting-edge tech projects and to contribute to scaling Technova's project management practices as the company grows.
Those are key aspects of the role. Where do you see your career in project management heading in the next 5 years?
I aim to move into a senior leadership role, possibly overseeing a portfolio of strategic projects and mentoring junior project managers.
Ambitious goals. What would you say is your greatest strength as a project manager?
I'd say my ability to navigate complex stakeholder relationships while keeping projects on track and teams motivated.
That's valuable. And what's an area where you feel you could improve?
I'm always working on enhancing my technical knowledge to better understand and communicate with development teams. I've recently been studying machine learning concepts.
That could be beneficial here. Now, let's talk about compensation. What are your salary expectations for this senior PM role?
Based on my experience and the responsibilities of this position, I'm looking at a range of $120,000 to $140,000 annually.
That's within our range for this role. Do you have any questions about the position or our company?
Yes, I'm curious about the size and structure of the project management team here at Technova.
We have a team of 15 project managers, with 3 senior PMs overseeing different product lines. You'd be joining as one of these senior PMs.
That's a good setup. Can you tell me more about the types of projects I'd be managing initially?
Your initial focus would likely be on our AI analytics platform, managing both feature development and client implementation projects.
That aligns well with my interests and experience. How does Technova support professional development for its project managers?
We offer certifications in various PM methodologies, send our managers to industry conferences, and have a mentorship program.
That's great to hear. What's the next step in the hiring process?
We'll be conducting second interviews next week. If selected, you'll have a case study exercise to demonstrate your project planning skills.
Thank you for explaining that. Is there anything else you'd like to know about my project management approach or experience?
I think we've covered the main points. Do you have any final questions for me?
Yes, one last thing. How would you describe the company culture at Technova, particularly in terms of work-life balance?
We strive for a culture of innovation balanced with employee well-being. We offer flexible work arrangements and encourage taking time off to recharge.
That sounds like a healthy environment. Thank you so much for your time and consideration, Alex.
Thank you, Rachel. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we'll be in touch soon about the next steps.
Dialogue 12. Environmental scientist applying for a research position at a sustainability institute.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Michael Green, the research director at EcoFuture Institute. Welcome to our facility.
Good morning, Dr. Green. I'm Dr. Emily Chen. Thank you for this opportunity to meet with you.
It's our pleasure, Dr. Chen. I hope you had a chance to tour our labs before our meeting?
Yes, I did. Your advanced air quality monitoring equipment is particularly impressive.
Glad you noticed that. So, Dr. Chen, you've been in environmental science for some time now. Could you walk me through your research journey?
Certainly. I have a PhD in environmental science from Stanford, with a focus on climate change impacts. I've been conducting research for the past 8 years, most recently on urban air quality.
That's a relevant background. What aspect of environmental research are you most passionate about?
I'm particularly passionate about translating scientific findings into actionable policy recommendations to improve environmental health.
That's crucial work. Can you tell me about a significant research project you've led recently?
Sure. I recently led a multi-year study on the impact of green infrastructure on urban air quality across 5 major cities.
Interesting. What were the key findings of that study?
We found that strategic implementation of green spaces could reduce particulate matter pollution by up to 25% in high-traffic areas.
That's impactful. How did you ensure the reliability of your data across different urban environments?
We used a standardized air quality monitoring protocol and controlled for variables like weather patterns and traffic density. We also employed advanced statistical methods to validate our findings.
Thorough approach. How do you stay updated with the latest developments in environmental science?
I regularly attend conferences, publish in peer-reviewed journals, and collaborate with researchers from other institutions. I also serve as a reviewer for several environmental science journals.
That's comprehensive. What experience do you have with grant writing and research funding?
I've successfully secured over $2 million in research grants over the past 5 years, including a major NSF grant for my urban air quality study.
Impressive. How do you approach interdisciplinary collaboration in your research?
I believe interdisciplinary collaboration is key to addressing complex environmental issues. I've worked with urban planners, public health experts, and data scientists in my recent projects.
That's a valuable perspective. Can you tell me about a time when you had to overcome a significant challenge in your research?
During my urban air quality study, we faced unexpected equipment malfunctions that threatened to derail our data collection timeline.
How did you handle that situation?
I quickly organized a team to troubleshoot the issue, reached out to colleagues for temporary equipment loans, and adjusted our data collection schedule to minimize the impact on our results.
Good problem solving. What do you know about EcoFuture Institute and our research focus?
I've followed EcoFuture's work closely, and I'm impressed by your holistic approach to sustainability research, particularly your recent work on climate resilience in coastal communities.
You've done your homework. What interests you most about joining our research team?
I'm excited about the opportunity to contribute to EcoFuture's interdisciplinary projects and to leverage your advanced facilities for more comprehensive environmental studies.
Those are key aspects of our work. Where do you see your research career heading in the next 5 years?
I aim to lead larger-scale, multi-institutional studies on urban sustainability and to play a more active role in shaping environmental policy.
Ambitious goals. What would you say is your greatest strength as a researcher?
I'd say my ability to design robust studies that produce actionable results, bridging the gap between scientific research and practical application.
That's valuable. And what's an area where you feel you could improve?
I'm always working on enhancing my data visualization skills to make our findings more accessible to non-scientific audiences and policymakers.
That's an important skill. Now, let's talk about the position. What are your salary expectations for this research role?
Based on my experience and the responsibilities of this position, I'm looking at a range of $85,000 to $100,000 annually.
That's within our range for this role. Do you have any questions about the position or our institute?
Yes, I'm curious about the size and structure of the research team here at EcoFuture.
We have a team of 20 researchers, divided into 4 main focus areas: climate resilience, sustainable urban development, renewable energy, and biodiversity conservation.
That's a comprehensive approach. Which area would I primarily be working in?
Given your background, you'd likely focus on sustainable urban development, but there would be opportunities to collaborate across all areas.
That sounds ideal. How does EcoFuture support its researchers in terms of publishing and conference attendance?
We have a dedicated fund for conference travel and actively encourage our researchers to publish. We also provide writing and editorial support for publications.
That's great to hear. What's the next step in the hiring process?
We'll be conducting second interviews next week. If selected, you'll be asked to present a research proposal to our senior team.
Thank you for explaining that. Is there anything else you'd like to know about my research approach or experience?
I think we've covered the main points. Do you have any final questions for me?
Yes, one last thing. How does EcoFuture engage with policymakers and the public to ensure research impact?
We have a dedicated outreach team that works closely with our researchers to communicate findings to policymakers and the public through various channels.
That's excellent. Thank you so much for your time and consideration, Dr. Green.
Thank you, Dr. Chin. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we'll be in touch soon about the next steps.